it was a gradual process. So we can learn from this. I was talking about a verse earlier about the creation of the heavens and the earth. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala desired, He would have created everything by just saying kun, and it was, be and it is. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose to create the skies on that day. He chose to create the earth on another day, mountains on another day, the trees on another day. So wonder that even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power and the authority to do this within a split second, but Allah did this in a gradual sense. One of the reasons that is described is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us a lesson that we do things gradually and we progress towards the goal that we want to achieve. And obviously, when we have cooperation, we have teamwork, we have cohesion, and we respect one another and we work together, then we could get a lot more done than if it could be a situation where we're at each other's throats, or we have evil intentions, or we want to make things worse. And I'm sure that's not the case. So when we work together, we'll see the greatness. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he describes the Muslim Ummah and the community, and he says, يَشُدُّ بَعْضُهُ بَعْضًا. We're like a structure, and one part of the structure, it strengthens another. And by strengthening each other, we all have, and all of you have, skills, talents, resources, expertise in some way or the other. And we have to recognize each other's talents and skills, put them together. And again, the goal is, as mentioned by Brother Fazil, the best interest of the students. So I applaud your presence, your participation. I was just speaking to a parent. He said he drove all the way from Ottawa just to be here, mashallah. So this shows commitment, dedication, and these are the kind of leaders like yourselves who will do a great job in serving the community as well as our students and the best interest of the religion Islam. So once again, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. And as a parent, I am definitely hopeful of all the great works that you have intended in doing. And inshallah, I will participate wherever I can. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
All right, we're just going to move on to the elections guidelines, and then we will proceed with the speeches. So with respect to running for a particular position, we've categorized them in terms of A and B. So for example, candidates can only run for one category for A and one category B position. So if you're going for a chair position, based on the candidates that signed up, I think we'll have this issue. Nevertheless, we have the category A where you can go for a chair, vice chair, or secretary, right? And category B, you can be a representative or a volunteer group. You can pick one from each category. Elections will be held on September 27th, which is this Wednesday coming up, at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So there'll be a 2-hour window where you can come in and cast your vote. Casting your vote, it will be done by a secret ballot. And this is where that email form that I was speaking about earlier comes in. Ballots will only be given to those who have filled out the master parental notice form. This is to ensure that we don't have duplicate votes coming in, right? So when you come in to cast your vote, it will be in this particular gymnasium, right? I will look for your name that is generated through a spreadsheet by the form that you complete online, right? This is to ensure that there is no duplicate votes, right? And also it ensures us, because I know that there's sometimes emails that are outdated. There are certain emails in our database that some parents don't have their kids here any longer. So we want to get an updated list, and this is one of the ways to ensure that. Okay, so please make sure that you filled out that form. If you know, pardon me? Yeah, so it's up to them to email me or contact Sister Shanaz, and we can get them to them. So a list of candidates and vote results will be kept on file for you. So now, for whatever reason, there's a vacancy. Once somebody's elected and that person may not be able to fulfill that responsibility any longer due to the commitments, we will keep the list of candidates on file to make sure if there's anybody else that wants to take on the position, they can. Individuals standing for election shall be notified of the results before the results are released. So if you have been elected or if you have won that particular election, we will notify you first before the school committee is done. Okay, and also just moving forward, when the newsletter comes out from our principal, it will also, so in the month of October, inshallah, or I would say in the month of September, towards the end of the month, it will also disclose the entire parent council. In terms of counting the ballots, they shall be counted by the vice principal, myself, the principal, the president of the principal, and at least 2 parents who are not election candidates. Again, going back to transparency, we want to make sure that everyone's aware that we're electing the people through the democratic process, and making sure that you guys are aware of that. So in order to do that, we want to make sure that we are giving the opportunity to parents to come and count votes with us, right? Depending on your schedules, coincide with what we wanted to do. Nevertheless, we're hoping that at least 2 parents come at 9 o'clock on Thursday, which is the day after the election, to count those votes. Inshallah, we can do that. In the event of a tie, I know some of you asked this question with regards to if the candidates, if there's a tie between 2 candidates, then we will ask the candidates who tied to redo speech to further elaborate or emphasize their ability to fulfill the means of the roles, right? And then another vote will be done. If that again there's a tie, then we will ask that the elected members within the parent council do a vote within themselves. The code of ethics we'll go through later on once the parent council is formed, but I want to just open up the floor now to our candidates who have came here to deliver their speeches. This is just a copy of the ballot that we'll be distributing. Just a quick look at that. So when you come here, you'll be asked, after we've known all the candidates, you'll see their names here, okay? And then you'll be asked to just place an X beside the name of who you want to elect, okay? Just put multiple boxes because I didn't know how many candidates we would have. So that's that. Now, in terms of being able to go through the speeches now, not in any particular order, but I'm just going based on the first sheet. So in terms of secretary, we have 2 people. I believe there was an email sent. Would you like to read them? Someone? So Sister Nazir Alam is a parent who wasn't able to come tonight. Nevertheless, she emailed her speech to us and asked that we can deliver on her behalf. Yeah, she's a lady 15 minutes in the last.
Okay.
We don't have one. You're all online.
Great.
Okay, it's not her, it's the lady who took the minute of the speech in the last meeting. She couldn't come because of the community issue.
Okay, so I'm just reading her email. I will do my best on behalf of Tasneem. Tasneem. Assalamu alaikum. This is for Tasneem Alam. She's a longtime parent. Okay, so she's written it in the first person, so I'll say it in the first person. I'm a long-time IFS parent who's looking to become a member of the Parent Council as its secretary. I apologize for not being here in person. I'm a teacher who's been involved with TDSB's planning committee for our upcoming Islamic Heritage Month, and the launch event is tonight. I had a long-standing commitment to attend tonight's event as a volunteer. I'm optimistic and encouraged that Islamic Foundation is creating a parent council where parents and its educators can work together to create an even better learning environment for our children. I have been an IFS parent for the last 12 years, and I see this as a positive step forward to encourage dialogue between our parents, educators, and the masjid. I'm committed to helping the Parent Council, regardless if I'm elected into the council or not, as I believe in this school and its students. Despite recent events, I chose to continue sending my youngest child to this school. I've seen firsthand the spiritual and educational benefits this school has had on my older 2 children who are now young adults. I was encouraged that at last week's meeting, it was discussed that the ultimate goal of the Parent Council is to encourage student success. That's ultimately what I want to see for all students who will graduate from this institution. I firmly believe that the parents have a large role to play. In terms of my skills, I'm the parent who distributed the minutes from last week's meeting. I have been the secretary for the Muslim Scouts group at IIT for several years, and in that role, I maintained and distributed minutes, and I organized and implemented events. I grew up in the Toronto Muslim community and have been serving it through various volunteer organizations most of my adult life. As a teacher, I'm intimately familiar with the working dynamics of the school. In each of these capacities, I've worked with us and others, and I firmly believe that by becoming involved in our community, we make these communities stronger with our combined skills. Thank you for taking the time to consider my nomination for the secretary position. I look forward to continue serving the IFS community in the future. This is from Tasneem Alam.
call up Sarah Aziz? By the way, this is for the secretary position.
Okay.
Both of those candidates.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sarah Aziz, and I grew up in this masjid. I am an ex-student here. When the school first opened, I was one of the very first students who attended here. My children now attend here, this school, for the past 3 years. I have 2 children in the school. So I'm very committed to this parent council and seeing it succeed because my kids are still so young, and as they grow up in the school, I do want to be involved with it. As for my skills, I am an office manager, so I have all the skills required to be the secretary, and I think that's all that I could say. There's really not much more. So
Gonna go with, so other than that, boy, for volunteer coordinator, we only have one candidate. So I guess we're going to check the same. Please, please.
I'm Fatima Dababoy. I've been at Islamic Foundation for over 14 years. My son just graduated from grade 12 in June. I've been volunteering for that long too, and often when the teachers call me in, I have a team of ladies who help me. So that's why I've opted for this position.
We'll move on to community representatives. Sorry.
Assalamualaikum everyone, I'm Shama Ansari. I have 3 kids in the school, and mashallah they've been coming here. My oldest is now in grade 4, so he's been coming here since JK, and I was very happy with everything they've learned. Actually, last year my kids were at public school here in the region, and I was on the parent council for the year, so I think that that's part of the skill set that I can bring to the parent council here, is that I have been involved in a working parent council in another public school system, and it was again focused on the students and success, but a lot of liaising with the administration as well. And now, given that my kids are back here, there's a reason for that. I really did feel that they were getting a lot more out of the Islamic Foundation education, both academically, spiritually, and community-wise with their friends, and just the general care and consideration they were getting from their teachers. So I am really committed to having a very positive learning experience for the children that we have that are attending the school and working with the administration. As a professional, I'm a lawyer for the Attorney General's office, so part of my role is to advocate in the public interest, and I appear in various levels of court. So I think that my oral communication skills as well as written communication skills can also be helpful in my role as the community representative. So inshallah, I hope to work in a very positive and productive way with this new parent council and move away from the adversarial nature that may have emerged in years some time ago. So that's my goal, inshallah, to enrich our kids and make sure that we have the best of the best for them, and really kind of focus on the community that we do have as the parent community, as well as maybe even extending beyond in terms of the local community that we have as a whole. And perhaps reaching out to MPs, perhaps reaching out to other members of the community who are resources that we can really zero in on to help us with our school, inshallah. Okay, thank you so much.
This is for community representative.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Isa Mogal, and when I walked in, I never planned for running for any position, and I had 1 minute conversation with brother Fadil, and he said you have to be, go for community representative at least. So that's why I did not plan any speech. My qualification, I am an electrical engineer, and I do actually IT job. I am an IT consultant in one monoshakal organization. And besides that, I have passion to learn Arabic and teach Arabic. So I teach in community, and I have my Ustad as well here, Sheikh Yusuf Adab. I have learned so many things from him as well. So that's actually besides all this. That I'm so excited about this PTA. Definitely, I believe in communication all the time. Whenever I see anything and I have anything in my mind, I don't hesitate to send email to all anybody, principal, vice principal, or anyone. So that's actually, I believe in very healthy, positive, constructive communication. And then definitely I can do as much as I can for this PDA. And definitely I don't find myself, running for chair or vice chair because I cannot, I cannot find myself in that position to lead whole like a PDA at this moment. So definitely it's a very big responsibility, whoever is running. I love them, best. So that's I have good relationship with everyone, and I believe community is actually the power. Community is the main important thing for all of us. So that's why I think I like that role as well. So inshallah I will do my best if I will be elected. Though we have only two people over there and we have two positions. So inshallah, let's see. So we will have more time for the nomination as well later on for the nomination. Like people can nominate after this meeting as well.
So after this meeting, we encourage them to come today to do the speeches for the election on Wednesday.
Yeah, so that's the moment to elect yourself, so you can see the results. So inshallah, so I am so excited. Inshallah, let's see. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, so we'll move on to the chair position. Can I call up Sister Sylvia Masuru, please?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Sylvia Mansur. I am professionally a teacher, but I run a daycare. I did Master's in Statistics and BA. Plus, I have a lot of certifications in childcare. I'm working in childcare sector from 10 plus years. And I have been negotiating on behalf of parents through Children for Children's Aid and Legal Aid and all those in all those areas. For the Parent Council, I strongly believe in Parent-Teacher Association. They should talk to each other, and the parents should get involved in every single thing that teachers are doing in the school and in the school. I believe in this community. I am coming to school from 10 plus years every day almost. As my kids, I have 3 kids, and all of them are in this school from JK. From JK, I'm nervous. I didn't write any speech. My mother was a teacher, and the one thing I learned from her is always moving forward, and whatever somebody says towards you, if it's wrong, just try to be good to him. And if somebody does wrong with you, do double good to him. So it comes like in that manner that whatever happens around among us, between teachers and parents, we have to be nice to each other. As a community, nobody will be able to say any harsh words. That's what I believe in. I strongly believe in whatever happens, because through the year, we will have some troubles, for sure. And nobody is supposed to say any bad words to each other. We will strongly work together. And that's it.
Sister Amy?
I actually had a speech written, but now I feel like I'm the only one that had a speech, so I'll just talk off the top of my head. I have 3 children at Islamic Foundation School in grade 7, grade 5, and grade 2, so I've been here for about 9 years. I still have another 6 years to go. So I consider myself to be a seasoned mom here, but I still have many years ahead of me. So I feel like the Parent-Teacher Council is very important to me. School evolve, and I want to see it evolve even further. Unfortunately, we've been in the media for the last few months, and I'd like to turn that around and make it something positive now. I'd like to get our students here more involved in community programs and charity events, both Muslim and non-Muslim, helping our community here, abroad. Tomorrow we're having a great program with the Terry Fox thing, and fundraising, we're doing a bake sale, and all the money's going out to Burma. I want to see that. I want to see the media seeing the positive side of our school. I want the negativity out of it. And another great thing that, just to add, because I didn't realize I should, have my resume out here, but I was a manager at IBM for about 11 years in strategic outsourcing. So I was dealing with contracts overseas. And then after I had my second child, I quit that. And now I'm running my own business with my husband. We have about 4 employees right now. It's a small IT consulting firm. And what else? I volunteer for the Markham District Baseball. I've been involved in that for 6 years. I am the volunteer and charity chairwoman, I guess. And I go out looking for sponsorships and stuff. So I do have some relationships with a lot of businesses, specifically in York region, but obviously I can do that over Scarborough. So I just want to see, it's such a positive environment for our kids. If it wasn't, we all wouldn't be here. So I want to see that positivity again. We had a little slump and we're out of it. And I want to see us just blossom to be even a better school than we've ever been. So that's a lot.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. To start, I guess to start with, I've been here just like Sister Sarah from the beginning, from 1993, day one. So my son was in that class in the grade 2. We started with 2 mixed class, junior, senior, grade 1, grade 2. At that time, I started out with volunteering for the gym and so forth. And then that's 24 years later, I'm still here. So I'm probably the longest standing parent. And hopefully, inshallah, I can probably, whenever I leave this place, I leave it on a positive note. And that has been a challenging thing. I must say, I've seen, you can see all the different colors of the school. And by the way, I have 7 kids. So there's 5 who have graduated. 1 was in grade 11, which we had to deal with. And the last one is in grade 8, which is Asia of the summer. And Alhamdulillah, out of all the different sections of the school, the junior, the middle, and the high, I still think up to now the high school is the most important section of the school. Inshallah, hopefully we can make prayer and efforts to make that a reality again. So therefore, I want to get involved in the process. My background is I'm a pharmacist. I'm an owner of the business for the last 25 years. Myself and my wife have been volunteers at the school, outside the school. I've taught youths in the foundation. I've done Sunday school. So I have quite a bit of experience. I have quite a bit of business experience. And the important and the bottom line is what is most beneficial for our children, because they're the future of the Ummah. And I would like to spend my last moment or whatever in that environment in the school. So, inshallah, that's it. So.
Our last candidate for today is Kamran Nizami.
I'm so sorry. I what position was that?
This is for chair.
Oh, for chair.
All candidates are for chair.
Oh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Kamran Nizami. First, I'll introduce myself to all of you and people on internet. My background, I have master's in sciences. I work for City of Toronto in the capacity of municipal licensing and enforcement officer. My legal title is provincial offense officer, and there's a reason I'm mentioning all that. I'll get to it. The reason I want to involve in this parent and teacher association, council, I've been proposing this for the last 3 years. Unfortunately, it did not hold the lights at that time, and now we are at a lower point. We are at the rock bottom. So the good news is we can only go up now. We are going to go up, inshallah. So I want to be a process. I want to be in the process of rebuilding it and leave this place better what I was get involved in at whatever time. So historically, I was involved in this school, different levels, but the most glorified one was when I was doing archery instructions. I ran an archery program here, we had very good output. I want to start that again. Even I get elected, the parent-teacher council does it or not, they are not supporting it. I want to do it again. This was one of the most healthiest program in all of city of Toronto. Not even a public school run that. They are heavily funded, they cannot do it. We did it. So I want that. That's a part of all this. I just want to get my message out and people on internet. Now, the reason I want to get involved as a chair is very simple. I feel this school has big potential, but it was lacking in a lot of aspects. As a parent, I pay fee, you pay fee, everybody pays fees. But we don't have enough support from community or organizations or industries to run different kind of scholarship programs. We are always looking for minor things rather than getting things out of the box and reach big organizations. Our kids are performing so nice in university, exams, admissions, but we are not getting the credit of it. We are basically putting everything from our pocket, and then the last day our kids go into the university, woo! No, this is below what they should get. They should get more. Parents should get better support from the outside. That's why, even if I don't get elected, my biggest vote and my biggest thanks would be for the people who are running for the community rep. They are going to be the backbone of our parent-teacher council soon. Everybody should be, but they are the best people if they are doing it. And honestly, with legal requirements, nobody has mentioned here or ever, we have a union here. That's a fourth party. There's a collective bargaining agreement by the law. You cannot change it drastically. We are here for evolution, not revolution. Slow, continuous process, that's what I want. And if anybody is thinking that things would be overnight changed and it would be a rosy picture, I tell them, this is not the first year of marriage. Everything is not rosy here. There will be ups and downs and difficult. We are learning as we are going. We are hitting the ground running. So we have to learn a lot. But with good intentions, inshallah, we will get through it. We will get the support, not only from parents or kids only. This organization is our organization. We all built it together. So it's not only, oh, this is only for kids. When people say it's only for kids, no, kids are not going to be getting their education in vacuum. If the organization is strong, the school is going to be strong. The school is a daughter company, daughter organization of IFT. We should always have the bigger picture in our mind. So my job, if I win, I will pursue the benefit of the biggest organization in Toronto, at least, that in support of IFS and IFT, we should all think about the bigger picture, not with the tunnel vision approach. So, inshallah ta'ala, even if I lose, the winner will get my first congratulations. And this is not a competition. It is fun because all of us are on the same side. We are all same team. Doesn't matter who wins, who loses. So that's what it is. Thank you very much. Thank you guys on internet.
So I think that wraps it up for all the candidates. I want to say Jazakallah for everyone who came, for those who prepared their speeches. Just wanted.
There's no vice chair.
So there is a candidate who signed up for vice chair, but she also signed up for volunteer coordinator.
So do we want to, like, how is that going to work then?
So that's something that we need to explore. Pardon me? Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, maybe she can juggle both responsibilities, right? Or we'll get somebody else to maybe we can nominate somebody else. I can't hear. Go ahead.
Well, the people that have, because I think there's 3 or 4 people that have run for the chair, is that correct?
Yes.
There's 4 people.
Yes.
So of those 4 people.
Yeah, so we'll have to explore, exactly. That's something I was thinking about, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that later on. We'll figure out all that. Yeah, we'll do that. Second person in the elections to take vice chair. Just Fatima, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, because you signed up for that position, so I want to make
Do you
sure.
have another place for the volunteer?
So volunteer coordinator against Sister Fatima signed up. We have one more position available for that. Ideally, we want 2 people for that.
You want to?
Yes.
I can say a few words. I didn't come here thinking that I was trying for anyone to listen.
Sure, of course, by all means.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Like I said, my name is Mariam Qasim. I have 2 kids in the school here, one in grade 5, one in grade 4. We've been here for about 7 years now, alhamdulillah. And I know lots of the women here, I see them here and there. And like I said, I never came in here thinking that I was going to run for anything. I wanted to support all my fellow members that were here. But since the opportunity has opened up, so I don't have any professional credentials. I'm just house management. I'm a house mom. I just, take care of the kids. And I feel like all you guys are so decorated. But alhamdulillah, I feel like I have a good head on my shoulders, and I know what's there, and I can go through things and be honest about it. So I would like to be one of the volunteer coordinators for the school, inshallah. And anything I can do to help the people that are in the community, I will, and I will support whatever is haq, inshallah.
I think that wraps it up, I believe, for all the candidates. Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah for everyone for coming. Just to remind you once again, the voting will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Also remind, pardon me?
Maybe just clarify what's actual means and what's the vote on.
Sure.
Because it seems as though it's going to be 1 or 2 positions.
Yeah, it's only 1 position you work for.
Yeah, maybe we should just summarize that.
The candidates you mean?
The candidates that for both purposes, because there are there's only 2 positions.
There's only 1 position that you have to work for.
There's some people who are playing, isn't it? 1 or 2 are
Well, I think what the brother is saying is that there's certain positions where there was only like the required number.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. So with respect to multiple candidates for the position, because there's only 1 chair that will be elected, there are Sylvia Mansour, Amy, Taimur, Brother Shams Samad, and Kamran Nizami, right? So that's for the chair. With respect to community representatives, there were 2 positions available, and there are 2 people who actually went for that, so there won't be not an election for that. For secretary, there's 1 position available. Sister Tazeen Alam and Sister Sarah Aziz were the ones who were nominated for that. And for volunteer coordinator, we have Sister Fatima Daraboy and Sister Mariam Qasim. And for that, there were 2 positions available, so there will not be any vote for that. When you come and actually fill out the ballot, you will see what positions are able to be elected, right? But in terms of right now, I think the only one that we need to decide are the chair position and also the secretary position going forward. Okay, so reminder again for when the elections are is Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Also reminder for our parents, there's a meet and greet that day. I don't know if you guys have been notified of that. So between 4 to 5, you will have that meet and greet, right? Also within that time frame, if you can pop by in here in the new middle school gymnasium to cast your vote for the parent council. Question?
I just wanted to ask if you could just send out maybe the list of the names.
Yes, I
And
will.
possibly in order of speeches. Because
Sure.
some people are, I didn't quite hear the names.
I see.
So you could just do it.
So
in order.
should we have the people stand up here?
That's what they're asking on the WhatsApp.
What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, but if you just list out the names in
Yeah.
order, like, in order. of
But will they be able to
speeches.
put the face to the names? My question.
Yes.
They'll be okay? Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Just came in.
Okay.
Volunteer coordinator. Assalamu alaikum. I apologize for the tardiness. My son's down with really high fever, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make it, and my husband was able to deal with them before I came in. The position that I would like to run for is the volunteer coordinator position. I have 2 young kids, and I've been coming to IFS since I'm 38 years old, by the way, but I've been coming here since I was 13 years old. So I feel like this is pretty much like my second home. In the Parents Council Committee and what we would like to do to support the kids and the teachers and just be able to work everyone together. My personal reason for this is because I personally feel like the reason why we are in the state that we are in is just generally, society in general, we just lack compassion and empathy. And that's like, I really think that's like the core of any sort of community. And if we want to build that, I would like to have us like really have that built in our children. Between my kids and my friends' kids, we've been running on and off a program called Helping Hands. And we make packages for the homeless. And the kids sort of put in like $20 per child per family. And we pretty much put in in one container. And at the end of the day, at the end of the month, the kids go out, we buy the stuff for the kids, we make packages. And the parents who feel comfortable enough to take their kids along to hand out the packages to the homeless, we do that. Excuse me. The last time, so it was mainly started for the homeless, and then we go according to like the need of the community at that time. Last time it was to Islamic Relief. There was a project that the kids worked towards. It's just mainly to get everybody, especially the kids, geared towards helping and contributing to society. Things like cleaning up the parks. If there, I mean, it would have been great if there were older kids, but grade 8ers, grade 7ers, if it could be like something that parents and kids do together to have a particular area type, cleaning up the area, raising awareness to certain social issues, international, global issues, things of that sort. So, and I have, as Amy could probably, say that we have great amount of passionate parents who want to help the community and who really, really just want to get involved. So, and that's what I'd really like to do, to be able to help each other and help others to channel that positive energy and put it towards to, serving the community, Muslim and non-Muslim. Thank you.
But that concludes our meeting for today. Once again, yes, I guess it doesn't.
Wednesday 4 to 6, I'm working.
Okay.
No proxies.
No proxies? No?
Actually, I would suggest.
I would suggest each person can vote. Each parent can vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I suggest that maybe a box can be there in the office.
Okay. Okay.
Like I would use.
Okay. How about this? If you're unable to make the 4 to 6 p.m., if you can come drop by the office and see me, and then we can make an accommodation for anybody who's in that category. Yes, same day as the parent meeting greet, yes. But if you can't make between that 4 to 6, yeah, or you can call the school office, or we can provide in the email. You can email me as well to let me know if you can't make that time. We can try to accommodate you, inshallah. Or tomorrow, inshallah, you expect an email with regards to all the candidate names, what positions they ran for, and inshallah, we'll see you on Wednesday. Well, majority of you.
Can you just add that form on the bottom of the email?
Yes, I will.
And indicate, like for example, I'm the only one that ever registers because
Okay.
there's enough like spam.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Spam, but,
Okay.
so I never registered him to get the IFS emails because
Right.
that's my job.
Okay. Okay.
So now I intend to register.
Sure.
Because I need to vote. So,
So the tricky part is right now the email list that we have that we sent out is an outdated one. So we're trying to form this updated one, right? And we rely on you to possibly distribute that form. I will do my part by emailing it, but I don't have everyone's email. I'm just basing it on Sister Shan. I'll just email them.
And we're actually then forwarding it into WhatsApp groups, so people,
Perfect.
so the
Right.
parents who are not getting the email
Yes.
can actually add themselves to the email list if they don't get your email. So we're putting it onto WhatsApp.
Perfect,
groups to make
perfect,
sure
yeah.
that Everybody is registering.
Yeah. So I'll do it again,
Yeah.
and then if you can do your part as well. That's great.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
I think you should emphasize that in order to vote, you gotta be on that list.
Yeah, I
You wanna have how many people showed up.
Exactly,
Vote
yeah.
or not on that.
Yeah. So to ensure that there's no duplicate voting, right, you have to be on that master email list for the parents that we're distributing that form for. Yes.
Both parents, can they vote separate?
Yes.
My wife asked me, maybe she wants to vote against me.
No comment on that. But I mean, each individual vote counts for one, yes.
Yeah, because
even if you are a married couple.
Yeah, we have only one email registered.
I see.
That's why. So I just want to know, no confusion. As a couple, husband, wife,
Yeah.
they are separate votes.
Yeah, so when you come to this gym, and for example, if there's one email address for both of you, I will see that, and then, but you still will both get to vote individually. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Can't you vote for me?
No, we won't be able to allow proxies. I mean, that's something, I mean, again, going back to what brother said there, if you're not able to attend, just come and speak to me in the office and we can find the time for you. It's from 4 to 6 on Wednesday. Okay? Jazakallah guys, and thank you so much for tuning in online. Assalamu alaikum.